Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today, what I'm going to be doing is showing off the Torid Incarnon in all of its glory. So, basically, to make this weapon is very simple. All you have to do, unlock the Torid Incarnon, slap on a few mods and sorted, right? Exactly, that is pretty much it. So, Evolution 1, you're obviously going to want the Incarnon form. This is obvious. Alright, then we got Evolution 2, Final Fusillade. This increases the damage by 51 plus. It just says plus. It's got 3 multi-shot on the last shot in the magazine. This is quite good. I really like this one, and I prefer it over Plentiful Mayhem. I just do. It's the better one. Swift Deliverance, Evolution 3, is always a good idea. Because what this is basically going to do, increase your, as it says, increase projectile speed, but this is also going to speed up the rate that you charge your Incarnon form, which is always quite nice, because that is good. And then, for the 4th and final evolution, you're going to want Commodore's Fortune. This is going to increase your crit chance. Technically, you could go with Survivor's Edge and it'll be better, because this is increased status chance as well by 15%. This is very, very, very strong. But the reason why I'm going with Commodore's Fortune is for guaranteed red crits. Because on my Incarnon form, I have a Riven, which is basically going to make it so every single shot I do will pretty much be a red crit. It'll be unlucky to get an orange crit. And that's why I choose Commodore's Fortune, to increase my crit chance by 20%. Alright, those are the evolutions that I've chosen. I'd recommend doing Survivor's Edge if you want to, but I am going to stay with Commodore's Fortune. Alright, now, the actual upgrades. So, what I have is a Torid Riven. This is going to increase your crit chance and crit damage. If you do not have a Riven, I would either recommend going with a Bane mod, or any other mod that increases status chance or anything like that. So, for example, High Voltage is pretty good, Malignant Force is pretty good. There's one Heat one that I remember, I think it's Permanite Rounds, yeah, that's pretty good. Go with any of those if you don't have a Riven, or just go with a Bane mod if you want to mid-max your damage. That's pretty much it. And then, we're going to have Rhyme rounds for the status chance. This is why I do not choose the status chance and crit chance, and I just choose the crit chance on the 3rd evolution, because I've already got lots and lots of status chance here. I do not need any more. Galvanized Aptitude, this is going hand in hand with Rhyme rounds because of the status chance, and also this also increases your damage per status type affecting the target. So that's always quite nice. Now I've got Prime Firestorm. Now this one is going to confuse shitloads of people. This one is very weird. So, what Prime Firestorm does on usual weapons is improves the blast radius of any weapon with a radial attack. So that's weapons like Kuva Brahma, Latron Prime, you know, stuff like that. Latron Prime Incarnon, sorry. Stuff like that. Pretty good. That's what I say. The thing with the Torid is, it's not a blast radius weapon. It's not like an explosive kind of weapon. It's a beam weapon. So this is going to confuse some people, but the thing about it is, I'm not sure if it's bugged, and it probably will be fixed. I'm not sure, though, because it may not even be bugged and may be intended. But this is going to make it so your beam will connect to, at max rank, 2 more targets. I do not have this max rank just yet. I will probably get to that in the future when I form her up, because I have no space. But yeah, that pretty much just sums it up. In short, basically, it just increases the amount of enemies that you hit with one beam. Critical delay for crit chance. Gotta have the max amount of crit chance I can. As said, I'm 250% crit chance. This is a guaranteed red crit. It's pretty much very good. Then I've got Galvanized Chamber for the multi-shot. Basically, with multi-shot, you could just go, I would not recommend this by any means, but if you're new, you could just go a split chamber. It does the same thing, just a bit less. So, the reason why I'm going with Galvanized Chamber is because 80% multi-shot is good on its own, but on a kill, you get 30% multi-shot more. 30 times 5, because it stacks up to 5, is about 150, and then, if you add on the 80%, I think that's about 230% status chance, which is pretty good. I think that is a lot better than the split chamber that I was saying, because, you know, 230%. What more could you ask for? That's more multi-shot than you could ever dream of. Then, finally, well, not finally, sorry, Hunter Munitions. This is very, very, very strong on a lot of weapons, and it just basically adds a second status effect on a critical. It has a 30% chance, and it's just good. Now, fire rate is completely sorted, because with critical delay, you get minus fire rate, but with vial acceleration, you get more fire rate, so it's completely negated. The thing about it, though, is if critical delay didn't have a minus fire rate and we just had vial acceleration on, you'd probably just be wasting ammo at that point because you kill the targets too quickly, which I don't really want. I kind of want to make sure I'm using and preserving my Incarnon ammo because it's going to go very quickly with vial acceleration on it even. So yeah, that's pretty much it. For this slot, I do not have a former, but if you do and you want to former these bad boys up, I would recommend terminal velocity. I'd slap that in there. That would be 60% projectile speed. That's very, very handy for charging the weapon up. Now, I'm going to show this in game and just show you what it can do. It's very, very strong. I do like it indeed. Actually, we're going to do some normal enemies first. So, some normal elite lancers. This is without any buffs, well, any damage buffs, no like primary merciless, which is the arcane I have on the weapon, which basically just makes it so every kill you get is going to increase your damage by a little bit. This is with no buffs. Incarnon form. As you can see, Prime Firestorm is doing God's work. Let's put it that way. It's very, very strong. I do like it. Love the Torid Incarnon. Alright, so now this is going to be a stacked up primary merciless. They're all going to die pretty much instantly. It's very funny. Alright, so now I'm going to do it, but with Mag's Crush ability. Mag has an augment called Fracturing Crush, which basically just makes it so a fourth ability fucking destroys the enemy's armor. It's brilliant. Watch this. I think I have to proc it twice, but still the thing is armor strip. My Kavat buff happened. Bro, why did you do that? Still, it shreds enemies even with a debuff of the Kavat. In my case, a debuff at least. If you ever get the crit chance buff and you're not getting red crits, it's good. But when you are getting red crits, it's bad. Let me quickly show that one more time for you guys, because I feel bad. Alright, so the crit chance buff is gone. Boom. It just melts. It kills them all a lot quicker than any other weapon probably would. Alright, so now, finally, I'm going to show it against Elite Eximus soldiers. Why is caps lock on? There we go. Alright, there we go. Let's show this off. It just melts. It's crazy. Obviously, Incarnon form's gone now, but still. My point stands. It melts very, very quickly and is very, 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 very strong. So, yeah, that is pretty much TLDR. Torid is absolutely fucking crazy, and I would recommend it. I'm going to quickly do one more, show off it with the Crush ability. It just melts Eximuses as well. And yes, it's decent against Acolytes, if you guys were wondering. And yeah, that is pretty much the video. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and yeah, thank you guys.